we'll open it up here.
Peter Arum's family has been in the beekeeping business since the 70s, but it's becoming less lucrative.
The extent of the honey fraud is just skyrocketing. It is getting out of control.
In the last decade, there's been an increase in honey spiked with syrups like rice and corn.
It's hard to say where it's actually coming from. Most people suspect that China is the majority producer of it.
China can't directly export honey here. Its standards don't meet Canadian regulations, but its honey lands on our shelves via other countries.
There is an enormous increase in the amount of honey that is exported from a few countries, but they don't have any more bees. It's like their production has more than doubled over about the last 10 years.
The Canadian Food Inspection Agency says it regularly inspects and analyzes domestic and imported honey to verify compliance. Last year, 23% of samples tested contained foreign sugars.
It's just going too slowly. We need this to happen now, or there may not be a honey industry here in Canada in the next 5 years.
So Arum is taking honey fraud into his own hands as one of just a handful of people in North America with an NMR machine to detect additives.
You drop it down into the center, and then it shoots a magnetic pulse at it, and you see how it reflects back at you. And that lets you figure out what is happening in that sample, what all the molecules are.
He's creating a database to track honey and weed the fake stuff off the shelves. People have been sending samples from across Canada.
If we get a big enough database, we should be able to determine what the proportion is.
In the meantime, though, how can you tell if you're at the grocery store?
Look at how fast it's flowing. That's an indicator of the moisture content. In this case, what we see is this darker honey is flowing much, much faster than the lighter honey.
The dark one has additives.
It moves very quickly.
It moves much, much faster.
But Arum's hope is if his machine gets enough buzz, you won't have to worry about fake honey at all. Anita Bath, CBC News, Chilliwack.